Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Cami. I'm part of Team Harmony, and I'm also a coach, a health and wellness coach. But I'm thrilled that you're here. I'm thrilled to share this information with you tonight, and I just hope that you find it useful and it helps you think of how many ways or how many people this could possibly help. Um, I can't stop talking about it. So it's pretty amazing, and it has been revolutionary in so many people's lives. So what we're talking about this evening is a wellness phototherapy wellness device. It doesn't add anything to your body, but your own reflected light. And I know that sounds really, really weird, but it's pretty amazing. Um, if you didn't know already, we emit a low level infrared light and we glow. That was proven in a study a while back, and that's what the research says. We glow. And how can we harness that? That's a sign of life, and we can harness that light and put it back in our bodies with a little light reflector at different frequencies that tell our body to do some pretty amazing things. So I'm sitting here in my backyard. Hopefully you had some sunshine today, but I'm wanting to share a little bit of sunshiny news with you about these patches. But just first, well, I'm not a doctor and I'm not your doctor. So I'm not making medical claims about this wellness device. It is a holistic wellness product, but it is not meant to cure. And I'm not here to diagnose anything or claim that this does. This is for informational purposes only. And I just want to show you what the patents are, show you a little bit of information, share some stories, and then see if this fits in your life. So um, I have a guest on tonight, and I wanted to have her share her story about these patches. And so, Michelle, if you would share what your life was like before this came into your life, what you were experiencing, and how these patches, what effects you noticed. And then afterwards, I'll explain a little bit more about them.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me on. So I am Michelle Blaze. I started using the patches back in May of 2020. So 5 years I've been using these patches. I found out about them from a client of mine, and she had been a client for, at that point, probably over 15 years. And I was like, yeah, I'll try them because I was always into all natural health, and I always am looking to, you know, ward anything off, shall we say. So I was more preventative. And it's funny because I'll say this: when you start doing something, you kind of think, well, you know what, I'm pretty good. Like I don't have much, I don't get sick very often, I don't have a lot going on, but I want to keep it that way, so I'm going to start using these. And truth be told, I started using them, and then in 2 weeks I didn't really notice anything, and I gave them away. And then
Mhm.
I ended up creating a landing page for someone because my business is website design. The woman who introduced me, and I did all this research. So I'm like doing all this research and all this shit. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get those again. So then I have not stopped using them since. So it was only like about a month of a time period between when I stopped using them and started again. And what I noticed within about 3, 4 weeks was all that brain fog people call. Well, for me, I felt like I was going through the Rolodex in my mind trying to grab words that I just couldn't find. And oof. So that I noticed really quickly sort of started to dissipate. And I really noticed it at about 3 weeks, because I think for me, a lot of the changes were subtle, but they kind of just kept unfolding. And then, being a person, I do graphic and website design. So I'm on the computer all day, and I had a ganglion cyst right here. And it was a pretty big cyst, and it kind of like had been there for years. And within probably not even 3 months, I had noticed that and you can see it now, it's completely disappeared. And that and the carpal tunnel that was starting to go up and down my here, because I'm right-handed, had gone away. And that was something in my mind that was like, I might have a problem with that later in life. But it's been 5 years, as I said, and nothing. Like I'm on the computer all day and I have no pain here at all. And I have no nothing. So all of that just completely went away. And the other big things that I noticed were my skin. So I kind of always was one of those people that had larger pores. And I noticed that the pores on my skin were just, slowly getting tighter. My skin was getting smoother. And I remember we always used to say back when I first started patching was, oh, you have the glow. Everybody would say you have the glow. And I definitely had the glow going on and still I would say do. And so all these little things kind of kept happening about 2.5 years in. So I would say it was probably about 2.5 years ago now. No, not even 2 years ago. I've always had, I have odd eyes and I've always had very different. So like this eye was negative 4.5, and then this one was negative 1.5 in my eyes. Well, all of a sudden, and it's happened slowly, but then I really started noticing, like, man, I cannot see out of these glasses. And it was literally driving me nuts because it was kind of starting to give me headaches. And I said, it really feels like everything's being over magnified. So I made an eye doctor appointment. And sure enough, my prescription had gone down to -4 in this eye and -1 in this eye. And I just went again and my prescription is now staying the same. So it might still go down as time goes on, but I did just go. So I have not lost any of that. My vision is still improving and my eyes feel so much better than they had before. So I love the improved vision. And ironically, my skin keeps improving. And it was funny. I was looking the other day and I'm like, looking at the little, because I'm in my early 50s and I'm looking at the sides of my eyes in the mirror. Because, we do that as women. We're like, okay, where are the flaws? Where are they? Well, I have to say, I don't even see crow's feet on my eyes. And I will add this. I love being in the sun. I love being tan. I love being in the sun. And I am not stopping. And I really rarely even burn. And I know with the patches, I think it keeps me from burning as well. So I will continue to use these. I just keep seeing all kinds of things. And I will say this too, the longer that you use these, the more that things start to unfold. And I think everybody here can attest that's using the patches. I just keep getting better and better. I have no joint pain. I honestly feel better than I think I did in my 40s.
Wow, that's so cool. Thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate that. I agree. I'm in my early 50s too, and the skin just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So good. And yeah, I love that. I resonated with you so much because I don't have this amazing like aha like story of, oh, I was in a wheelchair and now I walk, you know, but it is still just as powerful because I'm noticing my skin is better than ever. I'm wearing less and less makeup all the time and I have a beautiful complexion and I didn't before. And pretty excited about all the changes. Thank you so much
Oh
for
my gosh,
sharing with
yeah.
us.
And we just keep improving and our immune system keeps up. And like I said, sometimes you just want to ward off whatever's coming down the pike because we don't
Mhm.
know what's coming because
True.
it's not there until you get the symptoms. So who knows what we could have averted. And I will say, for the last year before I started taking the patches, I had this slight tremor in my hand and I would notice it when I was writing or when I was doing something
Mhm.
like a fine motor skill thing. I had this slight tremor in my hand and that went away pretty quickly too. That probably went away within about 2, 3 months.
Wow.
And it has never come back. So you just never know what what you're healing that hasn't shown up as a symptom yet.
That's a beautiful point. I love that. I know these came to me during a very, very stressful season of my life. And so that it boosted my immune system. So it was all the things that I know I did not get, the
Mhm.
reason that I knew that the patches were working. And then, of
Absolutely.
course, the skin and all the things. And but thank you so much for sharing with us. I
Welcome.
really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Awesome. Well, I'm going to show you guys a website that you can go to, and if you have, if you're thinking of after Michelle just talked, or what we say tonight of people that you can share this technology with, please write their names down and say, "Hey, I saw this thing. I'm taking a look at this. I'm interested. I'm curious. I don't know. I don't understand what it's all about, but I'm so glad I'm learning more information." And that's a beautiful gift that you can give your friend about this information. So let me give you a website to write down also, since you got that pen and paper handy, right? Or a note on your phone or something. It's called startx39now.com. And the reason being, we talk about the X39 mostly, and I'll go to the website and show you why. Okay, we have this is what you'll see when you go to startx39now.com, and this is a beautiful website. What I don't want you to do is get analysis paralysis. Please just skim, get your questions answered, or look at this and write down your questions. And then you'll take your questions, circle back around with the person who invited you to learn more about this, or who invited you to this call, so that they can, so you don't waste your valuable time. You're welcome to. There's hours and hours of information on this website. But you know, you want to learn enough to know, if is this a go? Should I check this out? Should I take 30 days to trial it? That sort of thing. So here is, if you have friends who speak other languages, this is a quick way to um, get this website translated, and they can see it in their language, which is super helpful. These patches are sold in 82 countries around the world. So that's not 82 different languages, but it covers a lot of them. But I highly recommend, thinking of the people outside of the country who might be interested in this technology as well. So X39, what in the world is this thing? So we're talking about a patch that tells your body to make a copper peptide, but we're also telling about, or giving you information about stem cells. Stem cells are what in utero, when sperm meets egg and starts multiplying and dividing and multiplying and dividing and then specializing. Stem cells are what that brand new baby is. They're made up of all these cells that can become anything. As we age, those cells start to specialize, and the pluripotent ones start to go dormant. And by the time we're 60, we have about 10% of those stem cells active in our body, and most of them are specialized stem cells. So that's a fact. That's what we do. And as we age, as those cells replicate, their telomeres, or their DNA recipe, the telomeres at the end kind of get a little bit shorter, a little bit shorter, a little bit shorter. We've all accepted this as natural aging, but I'm going to just plant some seeds in your thought process, and maybe go, what if we have a way that could possibly tell my body to wake up some of those young cells again? So I'm going to introduce you to a patch. and this is phototherapy. So we'll just watch this 2-minute video um, right now, and then we'll go back.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things. Summits.
Can you turn up the video or the volume, Cami?
Abby, there's no volume.
By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHKCU, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that could support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
So I'm sorry, I didn't get the video or the audio on there, but you have it here on this website, so you can watch it again. But the basic concept is you wear the patch. I've yet to see the ones that glow. I think that's a little AI enhancement on those patches there, just to highlight them. I really would love those though. I think they're pretty cool looking. But these patches, you put it on, you wear it for 12 hours a day, and it signals your body with light to make a copper peptide. So there's another video, and the copper peptide is well researched. It tells it's a peptide. It's a chain of an amino acid and other 3 elements, and it signals your body to do so many wonderful things. It's been researched for about 50 years, and one of the things that it does in the first 24 hours is that it resets 4,000 genes to a younger, healthier state. So this is pretty amazing. There's plenty of research on this website about GHK copper peptide, but that is what the patent shows. Here's how to wear it. You wear it for 12 hours, take it off for 12 hours. You throw the patch away, or you put that used patch on your pet's collar, and then the next day you put on a new patch. Always make sure you drink plenty of water. Our cells run on osmosis. Every action that our body needs, we need water in our body. Even our mitochondria get dehydrated. So, so many things. So here's some before and after pictures. I'm just going to show you a couple, and then Tracy will share with you how to get these patches. So see all these beautiful before and after pictures. These are real people sharing their stories, just like Michelle did tonight. So I want to highlight Marcy's story. because it's pretty revolutionary and she is an amazing human being. Marcy went through a double mastectomy, chemo, radiation. She thought she was free of those fast growing cells. And then the only reason she had hair in this first picture for 2019 was because she was doing cold cap therapy. But she felt pretty terrible. And then she felt even worse when she learned that she had a recurrence of those fast growing cells with a nasty side order of a very aggressive skin, fast growing cells. So that was pretty horrible. And of course, it was depressing, and she didn't want to go through all that stuff again. So, her naturopathic doctor friend discovered about this X39. She learned about it and how it signals the body with this light and tells the body to make the copper peptide and all the revolutionary things it does. And then she discovered the patches and gave Marcy 10 of them. Marcy looked at these things and she's like, I'm dying and you're giving me Band-Aids? You've got to be kidding me. And her doctor friend was like, Marcy, what have you got to lose? So she's like, you're right. And she started using the patches. So she noticed that her body started to detox in the first couple of days. And then she tasted heavy metals. Her skin started detoxing. And that she felt it tasted gross. She felt kind of horrible, but also she noticed an inkling of some hope, and like these patches were doing something. And by the end of the 10th day, she couldn't stop touching her skin. It felt so good, and she had hope again. And that since then, she's been off to the races. So pretty amazing story. And she has been cancer-free since for about 2 years now. So she's doing amazing. So that's my friend Marcy. There are so many stories and so many things. One that we don't talk about often or don't show very often is hair growth. Look at that. And it's going back to his original color. This is after 2 months of using the copper peptide. We can't say when or how they're going to work for you. We just know that we can share with you the research. We can show you stories or show you pictures, tell you stories about how they worked for different people. But when you reactivate those repair cells, and you can see the glow in these pictures, you can see cells that are aging, and here you can see cells that have a new life and vitality to them, a glow to them. That is what we're talking about, giving your body everything it needs to do what it was designed to do. So there's other stories you can listen to on this website, but I highly recommend that you listen to one of them, or if you're ready right now to get with the person who invited you, let's talk to Tracy or listen to Tracy and she'll tell you how to get these patches in your hand. And let's talk with the person who invited you, and they will help you build a wholesale pack so you can get these at the lowest price. So Tracy, are you ready?
I am so ready. And before
Fantastic.
I go on to share with you how you get these incredible patches in your hands, we do want to give a disclaimer that we are just sharing information tonight. So everything that Cami shared is informational purposes. We always want you consulting with your healthcare practitioner for anything you might have going. We are not trying to diagnose or treat or anything, but this is better than anything you've ever seen. I promise you, in terms of what it'll do for the body. X39, that is the one that she mostly focused on. That is our bread and butter. That is the foundation of what your body needs, the GHK copper peptide. And that is what brings back those incredible repair cells. At retail, it's $149.95, which is a bargain because you can spend $3, $5, $10,000 for one stem cell injection of somebody else's DNA. May not always work. At wholesale, which we're going to talk about in a minute, we really want to get them for you at wholesale, $99.95 for 30 days. That's like $3 a day, cup of coffee. You can't afford not to have that as we get older. The patch we always pair with that is called Eon. It's known as a happy patch. It's very calming, and it's also inflammation reduction for your body, raising a peptide in your liver. And at retail, $79.95, about half the price of X39 at wholesale. We have a couple other supportive patches. If you have pain, we can add Ice Wave. If you want to bring back collagen and brain and support with hormones and melatonin, we can add Alavita. Those are awesome ones as well. We have a patch for many different things. We don't have time to go into all of that, but wholesale packaging, that's how we all share these here. For a single person is $295. That's a one-time purchase. And that can be getting you enough product for a couple months or a month. If you've got a lot of things going on, we might add multiple supportive patches to help balance your body. That's what this is all about, homeostasis of your body. If we have a couple, the advanced pack for $535 is perfect. Double the product, not double the price though. You're getting one free supportive pack complimentary with that upgrade, and you can do that as an upgrade or a purchase directly. And then the premium pack, where if you have a serious need for product, you've got a retail outlet, or you just have a lot of people you want to help make healthy, or you want to buy these to last you for a long time, that's the way to do it. But what's most critical here after that one-time purchase is your monthly subscription of X39 to keep your repair cells regenerating. It's $99.95 for 1 month at wholesale, and we can set it up so you get it every month. You can get a free Eon pack right now. There's an amazing program. I don't even know why they are doing this because everything is flying along so well, but the company is being generous. Get that free Eon pack when you order your performance pack. So that's the combination of the two stem cell activation patches, X49 and X39. That combination will address so many things in your body. And you might just notice some of your flab gets a little firmer because it's boosting metabolism with that X49. But our new and most exciting morning supplement is a science-backed nutrient combination at the cellular level, and it's called Cellergize, and it is the perfect blend. So I've stopped taking all my other supplements, and I had a shelf full of stuff that's costing me way more than this. This is really incredibly affordable. $49.95 at wholesale. You put a scoop or two in your water every morning, and just notice your energy, your mental focus. It's pretty fantastic. The best is yet to come, as they always say, and the light infused water machine is coming out in August. Get ready for that. That has got some incredible cellular changes happening in clinical trials that will blow your mind. The more I learn about this, the more powerful I realize it is. A lady with a blind eye from macular degeneration, after 1 day of drinking a glass of water, regained vision in that eye. Like not just a little vision, really good vision. So when you drink the light, which the light is what the patches are putting in our body, but it takes it to a whole nother level when you have hydrogen water infused with light. Game changer. And we're here Mondays and Tuesday nights at 6 to share this with you. We encourage you to bring a friend. And if any of you are guests today or you brought a guest, please put your name in chat for a chance to win some X39 patches. And every Wednesday night at 4 p.m. Pacific, Marcy and team, they also give away patches and do an intro. But if you're wondering, gee, how do I get these? What do I do? Go back to the person who invited you. They'll be happy to help you, or one of us can help you as well. We always recommend that X39 and Eon together for at least 90 days, and then we can add supportive patches to your package. And we look at this as a gift of health. The rewards are really priceless, and the reality is this company can't advertise these because of the FDA in our country. Now, in a lot of other countries, my neighbors just came back from Ireland and they said, oh my gosh, everywhere we went, there were billboards about stem cells, and that's really big. And you're into that, aren't you, Tracy? And I was like, yeah, and this company has a second headquarters there in Galway, Ireland. So this is a cutting edge, revolutionary product with a company that really knows how to help the body get what it wants and to help you live your dream life. But we always say, just begin living younger today. Put that X39 on. Don't let Mother Nature take you down the typical decline path. It doesn't have to be that way because when you harness your light, sky's the limit. Some pretty amazing things will happen. So we'd like to open this up now to answer any questions you might have. Anybody have questions we can answer? Well, I really hope that you're all going to have a fantastic 4th of July. And we are so thankful you took the time to join us tonight. We really appreciate you being here. And we're always available. And we do have another website, harmonypatching.com. So if you've got your patches and now you want to understand how do you use them, what are some tips, how can I get the most out of them, visit harmonypatching.com and that will help you understand these. And thanks again for joining us. Everyone have a great 4th. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow night. You'll be back to join us. We'll be doing the intro at 6 and then Cami is going to do a deep dive on SP6. So amazing for hormones, endocrine regulation, blood flow, digestive, organs. The list goes on and on. Blood sugar.
Cravings.
This is the one that helped my mom finally get off of her metformin. And my mom's doing amazing. And I know it's that patch that did it. So blood sugar is a big thing.
6 p.m. Pacific time?
Yeah, 6 p.m.
Yes.
Pacific time. Thank you for that, Shigemi. Yes. We'll see you tomorrow night at 6.
Thanks, ladies.
Okay,
you.
everybody. Have a
Thanks
great
you.
night. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everybody, for being here.
Good to see you, Joy. Okay, bye-bye.